Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left last time, we're about to leave the area. What quest are we going to go do though? That is the big question on my mind. There are a few. I think we're probably going to go do Arushale's quest actually first. There's a dragon to kill, but I don't want to do that yet. I would maybe like to hit level 11 first. I don't know if that'll be possible, but we'll see if we have the time for it. Can we move our soldiers? Yes. We should probably get them set on killing some demons. Especially since our army is actually quite powerful at the moment. Now the thing is, the dragon will wipe us out right away, so we don't want to fight it yet. Let's go do a fight. I should have checked how many conscripts we have. We have many conscripts. That's good. I guess we'll shoot the giant. He's throwing a rock at us. It did 12 damage. I wonder if we can wipe those ones out. Yes. Yes, we can. Well, we could end this fight right now if this works. So if we kill these guys, shoot this guy, fight is over. We didn't take any casualties at all this time, which is nice, because that means no one had to be rezzed. Or, I guess, taken care of at the infirmary. Got some finance points, nice. Level 5 army, which still should not be much of a problem for us. It's elementals, which is actually kind of annoying. Because we have no anti-fire spells. Not that it seems to matter too much. And that should be it. They don't do any damage. They just have tons of life and armor and defenses. But that's okay. They're all dead now. Everyone that needed to be dead is dead, and we are golden. More energy points. There's a fort here, which we could grab. It's just more elementals plus some cultists. I don't foresee this being an issue. We get a new keep to start building up. They are faster than the last group was, that's for sure. Okay, well, let's shoot these guys. They did not die. I don't think these guys are technically evil. Killing off the fire guys. Okay, we're taking some casualties, but not too bad. Actually, we can blow up this whole little group here. And that should basically be the end of the fight. Very minimal casualties. And we get a new settlement. I gotta stay on top of my settlement building this time. The fortress was a sanctuary for spellcasting demonologists, of which there were none. The fire that started during the battle spread to the libraries filled with blasphemous knowledge. The glow of this massive fire lit up the dark expanse for miles around. Interesting. The altar of the first retrievers is an artifact we can go grab. Ow. Ow. Well, that was bad. We need to heal up some people. Oh, there's going to be some... stinking clouds coming out here in a sec here. Let's just start to move this force down to go fight the dredges. So they don't all get stinking clouded in one turn. Looks like our clerics succumbed. Let's get you out of there. Let's get you out of there. And let's get you out of there, but you won't be able to do anything this turn anyways. Our clerics are still down, and are just getting hammered by stinking clouds. My poor clerics, stop hitting them. They can't do anything, they're sick. We need more conscripts to do real damage. 400 of them apparently is not enough. We need like 1400 maybe, and then that would be better. They can't even kill a good chunk of dretches, which isn't actually that many enemies. And not very good enemies either, they're just dretches. Anyways, we found a thing. Alright, we have a choice of magical channeling, arcane magic, which gives us extra power for arcane spells, which might be worthwhile, considering the best part of what we do is that we can get energy recovery. Screw that, we're gonna get power levels. More power all the time. Alright. Let's finally get to move our main force. The Ruins of Ashbury Hamlet is an event. I can't remember what it has in it. Winter Sun is there. We're not going to go do Winter Sun yet. Heart of Mystery is locked away from us from now. We can't do it, so it doesn't really matter. Green Gates is down there, which I think is the one we're going to go towards. I should probably build these forts up, shouldn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I should. Let's take a look at what we can build. Oh, it's such a bad city. Also, having it built like this is kind of a terrible choice. I'm almost tempted to sell all of them and rebuild them all in like this corner. But regardless, let's see what we can do. First of all, we are going to sell one of them. We're going to sell the arsenal. Because I want to keep a 4 slot open here, and yeah. We'll put the arsenal back right up there. We're gonna need a... all of these give logistics, which is what we need. I'm gonna get a mercenary guild here. And we're out of materials, which we can buy more of. Okay. We have a stables, right? Archery range, mercenary guild, arsenal. We need a stables. So we can get some cavalry, which is important. We also need a teleportation circle, so we need more materials again. This is going to become very expensive. Anyways, we need one of those. And we need... what? The Pathfinder Society Lodge is pretty good. The Citadel is also pretty good, but it won't give us what we're looking for, which is basically just logistics experience. I don't care about much else. I don't even care about the adjacency bonuses for the most part. Alright, we'll put the hospital there. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. We're going to be putting a 4 building there. Yeah. Okay, good enough. We don't have that many resources yet. We need more. The campaign battles were never all that hard, and really never ever came down to a moment of like, if I only had 10% more hit points, I would have won. It's always been, we slaughter the enemy, or we take massive casualties and almost lose. Or die. We've never, like, had a medium amount of deaths, and then we're like, oh, well, I don't know if that was worth it or not. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. I can still fight. Quick, tie him up. This is Woljif. It's the Crusaders. The Crusaders are here. The Crescent of the Abyss must be informed. Oh, that guy died. We don't have any buffs on. That's not the ideal situation here. Luckily, they're coming to us, so we can... Don't die, Sela. There's only one archer, which is fine. Let's get haste. Haste is going to be the most important one, I think. I wonder if I can get close enough to our main character. Maybe to do heroism? Nope. Next turn. There's only one archer, and Arusha can probably kill him.
The light take you!
Why can't we shoot? We only did a 5-foot step. I guess we're too far away still. Alright, kill this man. Not quite dead. He'll die this turn though.
I'll just have to resort to force.
Alright. Ow. Stop that. Okay. I guess we just get a bless going. It's not as good as heroism, but it's good enough. For this encounter anyways. Shield of Faith, come on in. No? Okay. Maybe get him to displacement on him. That should be good for buffs for this particular encounter. Let's go with Protective Luck, even though it's not particularly useful. Cackle.
Guide my hand.
Only half dead? Ugh.
So it comes to this.
Bunch of damage. Stop shooting through my concealment. I have so few things in life. There we go. Where are you going? To the horse? Ugh, gross. Move back. We could do an evil eye. Oh, I didn't fix our bars yet. Ow.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Terrible.
Make your peace.
Still not dead.
You've made your choice.
Also not dead.
I shall survive this ordeal.
Oh, Arusha just took a couple of good hits. Let's switch to our dagger and then magic missile. That did okay. Our horse did a bunch of damage. It's possible she can kill this. Yay, she hit. Oh. That was terrible. Okay, finish this guy off, or try to. I'm not close enough for that guy. Oh no. Should we do one more heal? Anyone really? Yeah, Rushley's hurt, and our main character's hurt. We don't need any more spells, though. I think we can just beat this guy up.
Prepare yourself.
Ugh.
So it comes to this.
There we go. Ooh, crit 148 damage, sneak attack. Nice. Alright, grabbing all of the magical items, of which there are quite a few.
Focus on the goal.
Sure, I'll take all that. Why not? Just not the armor. The Crusaders apparently have a different loot table than anyone else, and you have to loot them separately. Which is fine. It's all good. It doesn't make that much of a difference.
For trouble.
Alright. Moving on. Yoink. Take that. Alright, we're gonna head back down towards Green Gates again. We may have to rest before we get there. And we got a random encounter, so that's always fun. You've been waylaid by enemies and much defend yourself. We got some ash giants and whatever that is. That hurt. Would you kindly stop getting sneak attack rounds? Or burst rounds or whatever you want to call them? I don't want bless or anything. Ugh. Okay, well, let's try that. We may need to haste. We need to not die.
You've made your choice.
This is actually going really poorly so far, and we got -2 strength from that.
Desna, guide my hand.
Why are we not hitting anything? Oh, this is not a great place for her to be standing. Okay, this is fine so far. Heal, I guess. We have haste on. Almost dead. Almost killed the votary. Killed the votary. Now, is that drain or damage? I think we can
Your peace.
restoration it off pretty easily, hopefully.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Out of my sight!
I just wondered if you could shoot him. More magic missiles.
I'll just have to resort to brute
There we go. That wasn't so bad. Could have been much worse. We do want to fight random encounters because we desperately need that experience. If I were the zone transition, where would I be? There it is. Alright, so where are we at? I can restore us once we get to Green Gates. There's somebody on the road, another event of some sort. I wonder what it's going to be. Let's find out. This may be a Woljif's event.
Something?
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
A bright future awaits us.
I sense something. I'm trusting you. I'm glad I was useful to you. Something is not right here.
Lots of traps. I think this might be the Woljif
I
thing.
finished here. Is there more? I finished here. Is there more? I'm glad I was useful to you.
Lots of experience in traps, at least. Let's all gather up. Yep, definitely the Woljif thing. Do we need to buff for this? I don't think so. Hail, Baphomet. Hear our prayers. Accept this sacrifice, Baphomet. Curse you all, praise be to Iamade. It's him, the one who killed our brothers and sisters. Death to the killer, die! ×2. Woljif rises from the stone throne and halts the sacrifice with a raised hand. The cultist holding the knife over the victim on the altar stops. Woljif is wreathed in blue flame, and the demonic shadow rises up behind him. Easy now, we're all friends here. This is just a little misunderstanding. You thought you'd come across Crusaders, but they're big fans of Alert Baphomet. Woljif half turns to you, his right eye twitching, which you interpret as an attempt to wink discreetly. Isn't that right? I nod wordlessly. Woljif's face lights up. Right, exactly. Pilgrims of the Whirlwind meet the finest member of our big family. Hey there, Chief. Long time no see. Why don't we hold off on the sacrifice for now? We need to drink to this happy meeting, am I right? Yeah, let's do that. Tie that one on the altar up again. We'll get around to slaughtering it later. The cultist exchanges looks and whispers. The chief cultist lowers his knife. If the Crescent of the Abyss says so, then welcome. Make yourself at home in the temporary camp of the Pilgrims of the Whirlwound. But why did you attack our brothers? I took them for common brigands. The chief cultist shakes his head and smooths invisible creases from his gold-embroidered cloak. Yes, our common brothers and sisters do look a little worse for wear after their long peregrinations in the world wound. It's a pity that such a tragic mistake was made, but when we claim victory for our lord, all of us shall go draped in gold. That I promise you. The cultist casts a wary glance at your weapon, but passes no remarks. It's good that the Crescent of the Abyss, our beacon in the darkness, and our oracle, has resolved this misunderstanding. Relax, friends, and after, if you wish, you may join our pilgrimage. Alrighty. Let's go talk to, I wonder if we can talk to any of these people. No.
Keep your calm.
Let's go talk to Deval. The man you saw on the altar is now tied up on the ground, his head hanging down. He is young, but his brown hair is prematurely peppered with gray. His expensive but practical clothes are stained and worn. The man's pale cheeks have developed a scraggly beard over his time in captivity. The prisoner looks up at the sound of your footsteps. His eyes reveal nothing but wariness. You're not one of them. Only idiots who are desperate to believe everything they hear would fall for Woljif's lie. I want to free you. The prisoner inclines his head courteously. Thank you, but that's impossible while the pilgrims of the Worldwound are here. They will not just stand by while I escape. Did Woljif order that you be sacrificed? The prisoner looks at you in surprise. Woljif? Oh no, in my better days, I wouldn't have let a tiefling like him set foot in my house. I wouldn't have guessed at the wonders of his generosity he was capable of. But fate has led us here, and I'm glad to have him as a companion. I despised him at first, but then I realized he was just as much of a prisoner here as myself. In turn, he seemed to develop sympathy for me. At least, he always tried to stave off my death, and he entertained me with his tall tales at night. I even grew accustomed to his ghastly street parlance. I should be grateful to Woljif, but... The prisoner shuts his eyes. I'm tired. Death has drawn close so many times and then retreated again, and now that I would welcome it, even death would be better than waiting. I won't disturb you further. The prisoner lowers his head. Thank you. If you happen to meet my parents or members of the Gwenviar family, tell them I died in the wound praising Iamade. Actually, who are you? Deval Gwenviar. The man sounds hollow and detached. Nobleman, Crusader, livestock waiting to be slaughtered. How'd you end up here? Solely through my own... Actually, his eyes stare into the distance. Solely through my own foolishness. Because of my inability to fight like a man, I thought the crusade would be the best way to make a mark on history. When I dreamt of the glory, of the respect I would otherwise be denied me as the third son of a noble family. When an officer laughed at my skills and called me an ignorant interloper, how right he was. Fate has a twisted sense of humor. My more experienced comrades died in this cursed place, one after another, but I survived. There were only 5 of us left in the end. Our hubris was gone, we were jumping at every shadow, and we still weren't cautious enough. I was the only one who survived after we were attacked in the night, and I should have realized what was happening when the lookout went missing. I won't disturb you further. The prisoner lowers his head again. Thank you. If you happen to... Yeah, whatever. Let's go loot the camp here. The perception check failed. Hold up. Let's get everyone over here, but... There we go.
Something.
There's some more money and a couple scrolls there. I don't have any questions for the chief. Woljif is waiting for you next to the altar, warily wiping the sweat from his brow. Whew, I thought I was done for. I could feel it in my tail that they were going to kill me. If you ain't a sight for sore eyes, chief. When I heard that the gargoyles haven't gotten you, and that you were running the show up in Dresden now, I can't tell you how happy that made me. But that night it all happened, I tell you, I was so scared I couldn't see straight. I wandered around, wondering if my chief and the rest of the gang were lying in an open field with their eyes pecked out. Woljif sighs. Even my conscience prickled a little, thinking how I ran. But when you look at it from my side, what else was I supposed to do? The actual paladins were getting cut down left, right, and center. And then these pilgrims of the world wound tell me that Dresden's been reclaimed and there's a new commander called Eltimar. Well, I said to myself, there can't be 2 demon-slaying dynamos with that name. It must be you. So I cut my way through the circles around Dresden and waited for you to come out. At one point, I got so desperate, I almost went right up to the city walls, but I thought better of it. Although an arrow in the skull would be a sight better than running in fear of Votiel. Woljif sucks in a breath and keeps talking in a rush, like he's afraid he'll turn around and walk out. Do you know Vodiel? I don't either, but I remember the name because of what Brother Melroon yelled in the basement that time. I'm going to tell Hepsimira and Vodiel, or something like that. Anyway, my shadow told me that Vodiel is that demon, and I should be scared of him because he's after the moon of the abyss. But the shadow's a whole other story. But if you want to know why I haven't come to Dresden, I need your help. It's a matter of life and death, Chief. What do you want? In a nutshell, Chief, I got a bit of a situation here. One wrong move, and I'm a goner. The demon Vodiel is in the vicinity somewhere. A good man has suffered. The cultists are animals. I just want to get out of here and make Vodiel back off. But without you, I have no chance. Help me, I won't forget as long as I live. Alright, I'll help you deal with Vodiel. Woljif's face lights up, and the tip of his tail dances through the air. I always knew you were a special sort, Chief. Let's go break his horns off. We need to go to a patch of scrubland by a bend in the river. It's not far, I'll show you. Nothing interesting about the place at all, but that's where I was when my shadow came out and started pushing me back the other way. It said that Vodiel would find me easily there, that he'd swoop in and tear me limb from limb as soon as I popped up. I wasn't long turning away from that place, I tell ya. There's just one other thing. We need to round up my lackeys and send them off on an errand. Well, they're free, or they're gone. We can free the prisoner. No point leaving him here to be bored stiff, right? Right. Listen up, brothers, sisters. The shadow has spoken. It says that a demon will come to a secret place, a wasteland where there are almost no trees left next to a bend in the river. We once passed by there. We took a wrong turn and didn't find it. Glorious day. Before we set off, I say we make the sacrifice. I say let's hold off on the sacrificing. Time's a-wasting and demons are busy, you know. Leave your things and go. I must meditate before such an event, and when I'm all meditated out, I'll come and summon the demon to you. God, they're the stupidest cult ever. Commander, a moment of your time. The young Crusader cautiously gets to his feet, unable to believe that he is finally free. At last the day has come, when these odious faces will no longer be looming over me. The cultists hid my weapon and armor somewhere. I'll find them, and then take my leave of this place forever. They're over there with the rest of the stolen stuff. I made sure they didn't go walkies in the night. I hope you'd make it out of this somehow. Thanks to your efforts, Woljif. Go, time is of the essence. If there's a demon hunting you, better to lure him into a trap and strike first. What are you planning to do now? Find my armor and weapons, find something to eat, and then leave this place as quickly as possible. The Crusader looks ahead with grim determination. Perhaps I'll die in the wound, but I will die with a sword in my hands, not like an animal in a slaughterhouse. And if I do make it out, I shall build a temple in Iomede's honor in my hometown. You're rich enough to build a temple if you fancy it. You were complaining that your parents didn't give you enough money. I think we have a slightly different conception of what counts as enough money. In any case, my money is no longer a concern of mine. My life and legacy belong to the goddess who sent you and the commander to my aid. Alright, bye. We're not bringing Woljif yet. I'm going to wait for him to get his armor on. Because I want to see what I couldn't loot. Are you not going to get dressed? There we go. Alright, well, he's not doing anything. Let's go. He'll be fine. I wanted to see if you had anything else to say, though. Nope, nothing else to say. Alright, let's leave. We're not doing Woljif's quest just yet, although I guess we could. We'll do that after Urushilay's. We'll do the hag first. I'm pretty sure it's the easier of the Act 3-ish encounters. Or areas, I should say. I went the wrong way. But we've actually reached half an hour already. There's been a lot of talking and random events in this video, so I think we're going to leave it here. In the next video, we'll do Green Gates. Do the whole hag side quest, do the bell quest, and yeah, that's going to be it. So for now, I'll leave you guys here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.